Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning. Today's show was all about Shaun McManus.
Because we went to Bali.
We really did.
We brought Bali to Shaun anyway for his
you did an
birthday.
amazing
No,
job.
we were in Bali. We were in Bali on the balcony freezing here in Subiaco.
Coldest I've ever been in Bali. It was so much fun.
It really was.
Yeah.
Celebrate. We actually went over to China, would you believe, to Beijing and caught up with our good friend Richo, talk about the games at the moment.
Yep, we spoke about Shaun's ultimate gift, and that is $2 a litre for fuel. Not happy about that.
I'll tell you what else he wasn't happy about. Dinner not being on the table at 6:30.
Yeah.
We
big
talked to
time,
people
yeah.
about when they expressly asked for something and got the opposite.
Yeah, and just some birthday surprises for Shaun. We speak to a woman that massaged him. We speak to a guy that fed him.
We did.
We talked to his mate that he met in Bali who paid for everything for him.
Pretty much did. Dennis, good morning.
Did you have a good day, Shaun?
Had a great day, actually. A big surprise, so thank you so much.
Birthday's over now. Wrap it up.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
For 12 minutes now,
Yes.
petrol is around $2.
Yeah. So the new prices kick in at 6 a.m. So if you didn't fill up, Shaun,
Isn't
looking at
it?
you?
No, yeah. I had plans on doing it this morning, and I only got half a tank. I was thinking, yes, I'll go in the morning before the prices get jacked up. Totally forgot about it. Isn't it amazing? The prices are dictated by whatever's going around in the world. So let's say there's the conflict between Russia and
Yes,
Ukraine. They go, that's it.
Yeah,
The next
yeah.
day they whack the prices
Yeah,
up.
it's
Next
like
day,
nothing's happened
Yeah.
there
and
yet.
then nothing happens. They don't put them down the next
No,
day.
that's right.
They're saying this is due to the Winter Olympics. Which is weird. I don't see the correlation. But
Yeah, well, no, those two South Koreans got disqualified and that saw the price of oil
yes, I get it.
skyrocket.
Anyway, so it was probably about 7:15 last night. And I went, oh, shit, I've gone and we've got some fuel. So I jumped in the car and I went down to my local. And as I'm driving there, you can just see car lights everywhere. And I thought, oh, my God, I'm going to be
It's either
here
a
for
COVID
ages.
testing site
Yes,
or queuing for
exactly.
petrol.
So then I pull in, and luckily, because of the side my fuel tank's on, there was one car just in front of me. And the rest of the people are all lying.
I love that. You know what, Nath?
American cars.
Yeah, I actually take it on, regardless if it's on the
And
other
you'll
side.
pull
because
it.
you can stretch it.
Yeah, but sometimes
Get a good
it
bit of
doesn't,
length,
you know,
Harry.
Yeah, well, it's all about the length, isn't it, Shaun?
Of the hose,
yeah.
yes.
So anyway,
you,
so
Natalie.
I go behind this guy, and he's just like literally pulled in there.
Yeah.
And he's taking his sweet time, and obviously quite a bigger tank than I've got.
Okay.
And then once he's finished, he proceeds to then slowly, very slowly and carefully pull out 3 giant containers from his car.
Oh, he's stocking up.
I was hating his guts. And there was someone behind me was beeping, and it's like, don't beep at me.
Yeah.
It's like they'll retroactively beeping
Yes,
it in.
yes.
So anyway, so then he slowly, and very carefully, like he'd fill up one.
you gotta, yep.
Fill up one, and then he'd put the screw back on. And he wouldn't fill up the next one, then he'd put that back in his car. And then he'd go back and he'd fill up the next one. And he was just doing it like that. So then he just like, and then he sort of has a look around.
Then he
Cars
filled up
everywhere.
a couple of plastic bags.
Carmageddon.
Yeah, can't get it.
Carmageddon. So then, like, he walks into the service station, and then I'm literally watching him, and the woman behind me and the woman behind her, we're all watching him. He's in there looking
Perusing
around,
the shelves.
looking around.
What are the 2-for-1s we're going to
Looking
get
at some
today?
shit. And then I saw him over at the milk, and he was looking at the milk like
Might
this,
get an
and then
ice
he's looking
cream.
like this, and then he grabbed a thing of milk out. Then he went for another walk. Then he went back and put the milk back in, because obviously that was too expensive.
Then he took the milk to the car and filled up another container.
Yeah, pour for that side. So then, like, he would have been in there for at least 10 minutes or so, and it's like, read the room, mate. Like, people are in a rush. So when I finally fill up, like lightning fast, by the way,
Yeah, yeah.
$60, great. So I get straight in there, and I'm like doing a sprint because I don't want to be that guy.
Yep.
Anyway, so then when I get in there, there's this like Darrow at the counter, right? And also
Club Darrow?
what? Just a real Darrow. And you know when you look at a Darrow, when a Darrow's being a Darrow, and then you're looking at everything and going, yeah, you're a Darrow.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Super
it.
cracked heels.
That's your definition of a Darrow.
Shit, I'm in
Well,
trouble
my
then.
mum's got cracked heels. My dad does, so yeah, Darrow. So anyway, he was having a go at the woman because he had put too much fuel in his car for how much money he had and couldn't pay an extra $7. So he was at that time showing his license. By the way, she has got 2 registers going
Yes.
at once.
Yeah, and there's a line of people.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to get
And
the
she's
fuel.
and that's great because she is like pinging
Yeah.
back and forth. So everything's stopped down because of this guy, and he is going her about it. And
About
then
the fact that he
Yes.
doesn't have enough money for
telling
the
her
petrol he put in.
it's her fault. And she said, well, I'm going to need to see your license. So he's had his license and he's showing her. And she goes, can I please have it? He goes, you're not having my license. You're not having my license. Just take my word for it. I'll be back. It's like,
No, you
mate,
won't.
look at yourself. You're a Dero. So anyway, so then she ends up grabbing his license and then going, and then she goes, I'm going to have to do a photocopy of it. She walked out the back. She was there for 10 seconds and he starts screaming at her, this is your fault. Bring me back my bloody license. Rah, rah. And he's saying it to us like we're going to go, yeah. Anyway, and so I just said to him, mate, do you want to calm down? You're being an absolute asshole. I said, just let her do it. She's had your license for about 15 minutes. Anyway, I thought I was going to get punched in the face.
Just gone for fuel, getting punched in the face. Had to wait all day.
Anyway, so then he storms out afterwards, still yelling at her that it was her fault that he overpaid for the fuel, overcharged his,
He underpaid, yeah.
And then he gets back to his car, and then she's trying to see his number plate, and she couldn't see it. So then I thought, you know what, up yours. So I went out there.
Took a photo?
No, I didn't take a photo because I thought that's a bit intrusive. So I just made sure I looked at me and I looked straight at him and then I looked down at his number plate and I pulled my phone out in such a dramatic fashion. And I was like putting the numbers in it like this. And then I went back in there and then I was pointing at that's his number plate, making sure I did it. Anyway,
Were you still blocking a pump at this stage?
what's that? Yeah, Natalie. But I needed to
All
do
of
it
a
because
sudden, Nathan, you turned into the guy.
But it was justice, Shaun.
I'm a big fan of the Justice League. That's a full-on... Those things happen all the time.
And this poor woman's just trying to deal with the fact that 3,000 people at once have wanted fuel.
Yeah.
Be nice, people.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It. Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
For Christmas, the company Nova Wide gave all of the employees a $295 Prezi gift card.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
basically, and you go online, and it's got so many shops from the Apple Store
Yes.
to design shops to clothing places,
Yeah, Good
jewelry,
Guys.
Good Guys,
Yeah,
everything like that.
all sorts of stuff.
Anyway, have you spent yours yet?
Yes, Good
What
Guys.
did you buy? Good Guys.
That's why I know you can.
What did you get?
A Weber family Q barbecue.
Oh, did you? Good call.
Because it's really great to get something of worth.
Yes,
isn't it?
that's
And
right.
you go, well, that's what I got for
Yeah.
Christmas from work.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I've been looking around. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that I might, spend it at Apple. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get something
Harry
of substance.
spent it at Apple.
What did you
So-
get,
yeah,
Harry?
he got a phone.
You got
Yep.
your iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just,
It didn't cover the whole iPhone.
of
Yeah,
course,
but he put
of
it-
course.
put
We've
it
all-
towards the
hey, we've
iPhone.
all been at Apple. Sean,
Yeah.
what did you spend yours on?
Dan Murphy's. It's all gone.
So
I can assure you.
what did you buy specifically?
Cartons.
I bought some wine for my wife and I bought cartons of beer for myself. And I went crafty too. Without money.
wow.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
It's
It's
not your
free.
money.
The Nathan Nat and Shaun podcast.
It's been interesting over the last couple of days. This story's gathering a bit of momentum, and that is Simon Goodwin, the Melbourne Football Club coach, who now we understand that he's been... Well, he was going to get the lemon and sauce, the arse from coaching Melbourne because of his behaviour at the football club with players and also towards staff. And it was the doctor in particular who was working at the Melbourne Football Club who wrote to the board and said he has got concerns about Simon's behaviour. They said that he got bullied, but he didn't say the word bullying. He said
So the
it's a way-
doctor's saying he's been bullied by Simon?
No,
Or
he
Simon's
didn't.
The doctor
been-
didn't use that word.
No, he
Yes.
said that some of the language and his approach to dealing
kind of
with him
intimidatory
personally,
and stuff, yeah.
but he didn't use the word bullying.
Yeah,
Everyone's
okay.
saying that word
Yeah.
at the moment. The president of the club at the time, Glenn Bartlett, also raised concerns about the coach and whether he was going to be the right person for the club going forward because of some behavioural
Yes.
issues that they had.
Wow.
One of them they've mentioned is the coach being out with the players, going down to the local pub,
Yep.
having
Right.
a bet,
Yep.
and having a few beers. Now, I'm
Okay.
not sure how I feel about it just at the moment, but Kevin Sheedy doesn't seem to think it was a problem.
Simon Goodwin is a fantastic effort to coach under that duress, but I just think it's quite amazing that you can't sit down and have a beer with the boys. Yeah, what do? Go and lock yourself up as a coach?
I think there's levels, clearly. There's
Yeah, it's
levels.
interesting, isn't
But
it?
you can go and have beers and be like an elder statesman sitting back
Yes.
and giving advice
Yeah.
wisely on a
Yes.
chair in a place with probably club leather lounges
Yes,
and a whiskey.
Sure.
absolutely.
Wise.
David Swartz, who's a
But
Melbourne
is this yard
legend.
glasses on
La-
the table
yeah.
and
I don't know. See,
They're not saying
there's
that.
a big difference.
It was more just going down the local for a pub for a few
the Sorrento pub is where they've been because
nice.
Gillan McLaughlin he thought it wasn't a good look. He's the CEO of the AFL. He didn't think it was a good look, but that's a local pub, right? Sorrento pub down the coast.
Yeah, it's kind
Having
of
beer
like
and that.
Yeah. It'd be like being down at the
Obi?
No, like down
probably-
because it's down south.
Probably Cave's house.
Yeah, if you're going down to Cave's
I
house,
think Cave's house is a respectable place to
And
go with your coach.
It's got a bit of a holiday vibe, so it suggests
has.
that they're not like in the the middle of the season.
so like
doing this.
some light linens and
Yes.
That's right.
I think
that
all
would
sounds
work.
above board.
Maybe a
that would
trilby
work.
hat, Nathan.
Well, I mean, come on.
David Swartz, who's a former champion of the football club, he disagrees. He doesn't like it at all.
I think when you have a coach who's gambling and drinking with the players, I don't think that's a good look. I think there's got to be great separation, like the old boss in any workplace, that you go to a party, the boss seems to sneak off pretty early.
Now, does that happen in our
Not
workplace?
in our
is what-
workplace,
like,
it
the
Are you
doesn't.
joking? Our boss, I wouldn't. I've got so many stories at hand about what he's done, but I cannot share them because now he's a professional working man.
Shaun, the last time you were out with him, wasn't he thrown out of the venue? Is that accurate?
He might have been asked. Calm down.
Encouraged to leave.
Encouraged. We may have all left together. Just in solidarity.
Yeah, but on his defence though, he was wearing light linens,
Yes.
so it was all very above board and respectable.
And he wasn't gambling with us.
I mean, I think it's safe to say, though, the proof's in that pudding. They won the premiership. So if the camaraderie he had with these players that was forged by having a beer with them at the Sorrento pub, it worked.
Well,
It
look,
did.
worked.
But then you've got to come back to almost what's happening at the Australian cricket team.
Yes.
Winning supersede behaviours in the past? Good or
I
bad?
think the best way of moving forward is offer him a 6-month contract.
And nothing more.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
What about that restaurant in Warwick?
Topolini's.
Gee, they're really pushing the
Yes.
boundaries there because the fines here are going to be
Yeah.
extraordinary high.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't followed the story, the mother and daughter who run the place were arrested on Monday night because they both are unvaccinated. There was staff members working that are unvaccinated, and also they were serving customers that were unvaccinated.
Without checking, yeah.
Across the board, that's about $2 million in fines.
It's enormous.
It's pretty full on. Anyway, so suddenly it's a lot of the people that are against the vaccines and mandates are down there just corralling and supporting them. There was like their own little special film crew that ran down there that was covering the whole thing, saying we've been chasing after the police car. Well, that's not going to do anything. And then they interviewed them once they had been arrested and brought back to the restaurant. And this is the reason why the mother said that she is standing up to these vaccine mandates.
We're in a cell, and I'm just saying, we're going to have to tell my grandchild and your child that we were arrested for her or him because we're standing up for our children and my grandchildren, and that's what I'm doing. I'm standing up for the future of our children, and if we don't, we're not going to have a future.
So is the assumption there, is her assertion that, like, the vaccines affect children? Is that what she's saying? Because in what way is it impacting the children?
With taking away their rights as human beings. So she's considering herself like Malcolm X or something.
But also, it's not rights, but also
Stretch, isn't it?
isn't it the vaccine is going to do something to the children? That's one of the
I
beliefs.
don't know.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
I don't. That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
I think people have that. I think people have that
It's just
idea.
about the children.
I mean, it's worth noting that in WA, 98% have had at least one dose.
Yeah.
That's
so
huge.
So it's a very tiny percentage of people that are anti-vax.
Yeah. Well, there are 2% of people that haven't
They're
decided to go
noisy.
down there. And they were there last night. And they were dressed in colourful clothes. They were having a little bit of a in-your-face media party, making as much noise
No
as
masks,
they could.
I take it?
No masks for Jeff Parry and his cross there.
Right.
And I do love Jeff Parry. Jeff Parry is in the forefront of these rallies and protests.
Yes, he
and
is.
people like hang stuff on that. They
Yes.
scream, "Wake up, Jeff," and
Yes.
all this sort of stuff. So he's just had enough. I wonder if you feel like you can hear the fact that Jeff's had enough in his reporting.
The police left saying they were happy they were in compliance. They might come back later tonight to check whether the vaccination status of the patrons has been checked. And as you can see, these idiots who have gathered here, 40 supporters of the restaurant, were inside earlier, most of them unmasked, which in itself is a breach of the rules.
These idiots. Jeff.
Usually a reporter's got to be unbiased.
I know.
Jeff's like, oh, stop
Idiots.
Great work, Jeff. He
He's had
puts his
enough.
body on the line.
He's had
such
enough.
a stalwart.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
It is a big day today.
It is. It is Shaun McManus's birthday.
And we couldn't let the day slip by without celebrating.
Look, I really appreciate it. I'm smiling from ear to ear because I can see you've put in a really big effort. Everybody's wearing like summery get-up. Nat, you've changed, Nathan. Like we're talking beach wear, I would say. Hawaii style almost.
Yeah.
Very summery.
Yeah.
Amy's changed. Harry's got a lovely lemon hat on.
Harry just got changed in the studio here.
Harry's
jocks and all.
Shirts inside out, but we won't.
Oh, this is exciting, Nathan. We've got microphones, which means
Yes.
we're leaving the studio at some
that's right.
stage.
All right, Shaun. Are you ready? Come for a walk.
All right.
Come for a walk.
Do I need this? Do I need that, Nat?
Yeah, you'll need that. You'll need that.
Yeah, bring your stuff. Oh, we'll bring it later.
Okay.
Just like
Oh, hang on, I've still got my headphones on. We're a professional unit. We know what's going on.
bloody cord.
All right, Shaun.
So, Shaun, you know
What better way to celebrate the man that is Shaun McManus?
Yep.
Now, we know that the lockdowns have been very hard for a lot of people.
Yes, they
because
have.
They haven't been able to experience the joys that they usually get when travelling. So,
And to do the things that they truly, truly love.
we thought since you cannot
Morning, Malcolm.
since you cannot go to Bali, Shaun, we've brought Bali to you.
Good toot. Oh my God, I can smell the incense burning.
Now, here is your Papasan chair and an outfit for you to pop on, obviously, so that you can fit right in. We'll be fanning you with those palm leaves.
Oh, I can smell that.
We've got a Buddha, we've got incense,
Yeah.
we've got tiki torches, we've got the whole hog.
This is fantastic.
Take a seat on your Papazan.
Mind that.
Yes.
Aaron.
Do I have to put something? Can I put the shirt on?
Yes, that's
Yes,
you.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Sorry.
I'll just move that so it doesn't stick in your bum.
It's like we're actually in Bali. Ali, get over here. Ali will be dancing for you this morning. Ali, get over here and be a drunken girl on holidays and dance for sure.
I mean, later we're going to recreate Motel Mexicola just for you. Some of your finest work.
So, Shaun,
Thank you
it's
so
going
much.
to be everything that Kuta and Legian and even Dempasar has to offer.
You've got me a bintang.
You have a big
Of
tank.
course we do.
Got some surprises, of course. You're going to be hungry soon. Got a bit of
Absolutely.
special catering coming as well.
Oh, satay chicken.
Hey, sit down.
It's all about you.
I have is it a pumice stone? I'm going to be scraping the dead skin off your
And
heels.
I'm going to plait your hair.
We're really excited. And then a little bit later on, Tim, our bin chicken, is going to see if you'd like a deal on 20 DVDs.
The answer is yes, Tim. Thank you.
And then we're going to sell you a DVD player.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
To my surprise, actually, my son Cooper was cooking dinner, which is great news.
So he said, I'm going to cook dinner. I'll take care of dinner tonight.
No, what happened is that my wife Megan had to pick him up from somewhere, and in return, she said, "I'll do this. I'll come and get you and
if
your
you
friends
cook dinner,
if you
you're
cook dinner tonight." He was
Gotcha.
like, "Yeah, no problem." So when I saw him during the day, and it was probably about 2:00 yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, mate, that's great news that you're cooking dinner, but can I give you some advice and what I'd like to see?"
Advice or order?
Order. Can you get it done at the right time? Because in previous times he's cooked it really late, and I'm a really stickler to have dinner around 6:30.
So you wanted dinner at 6:30. Previously, when he's done it, what time has he got it ready?
After 7.
Okay.
So I'm big on this, right? I'm famously big on this. So at our house, I'm like, mate, I'd really appreciate you cooking dinner and everything like that, but I'd love it to be there. I do not want to have dinner at 7:30. That's the last thing I want to do. And also, when you're doing dinner, can you not make a mess?
Okay.
Because you're famously, cutting up stuff.
It's
and
a creative chef.
Yes, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. And then he went out and came back, and I reiterated that, hey, mate, he goes, don't tell me what to do. I said, mate, I don't want dinner at 7:30. I just reiterate again.
Yep,
7:30, I want it at the right time.
Yeah, I want dinner at 6:30 and I don't want it to be a mess.
Yep, and if you can't do it, I'm happy to do it.
Yep,
that's
perfect.
the thing.
Okay,
Right,
sure.
no worries. What were we having for dinner?
We're having a Bolognese and we were having a salad on the side.
Okay, right.
Okay, so anyway, 7:30 I sat down for dinner because that's how it all ended up. There was a massive mess and Megan was finishing off the pasta because he was having a shower at the time. I was ropeable. And I know people might go, but you've got to appreciate the fact that
That's right, he was doing something.
But if you ask someone or plead with them, can we have...
Plead.
If you're going to do it, can we... can it be done by this? Can it...
There's
Well, I think
nothing
the
more
answer's no, it
infuriating.
can't.
There's nothing more infuriating when you lay out what you need for something to be good and, acceptable, and then they do the exact opposite, like it's on purpose.
Yes,
I felt it was.
just clearly defiant.
Before I went into Big Brother, I said to my parents, because Channel 10 at the time wrote a riot act about, making sure that our family members don't go on other TV shows and other TV stations. So I had moved in with Mum and Dad just beforehand, got rid of all my place and all that sort of stuff. So all my stuff was in there in my bedroom at Mum and Dad's house. And I said to Mum and Dad before we left, I said, make sure that you don't speak to any other channels. I said, and also don't show any photos of me, and also don't let anyone in my bedroom. No worries. I get out of Big Brother and Mum and Dad proudly show me a tape where I think it was Channel 7.
So Today Tonight or something probably.
In my bedroom. Showing photos of me. Everything I told them not to do
what you told them, Nathan.
in one fell swoop.
Yes.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Shaun is a fair man. He's a reasonable man.
He made a
Shaun-
simple request.
He doesn't ask for much in life. All he wants is dinner at 6:30 and there not to be any mess.
Thank you, Nathan. And that's what I said to my son. But he does the opposite to what I asked generally every time.
And that's what we're talking about, when they did the complete opposite to what you requested. Stephen, hello.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Stephen.
Stephen.
What happened?
Sorry, I just started my first night shift gig and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But the problem is I've never slept during the day. I usually just sleep at night.
Yes.
So my body clock needs to adapt. So I'm in the process of that. And my mum, I love her to bits. I've specifically told her countless times, kid you not, that she cannot call me during the day unless it's an emergency. I always keep my phone off silent because I'm an emergency contact. This is the 5th day and I'm like, I have broken. My poor mum, I yelled at her today because
You've been pushed to
she
the brink.
called at 2 p.m. and I only just finally got to sleep with my sleeping mask on. And, she said hello and I was like, Mum, is this important? And she's like, oh no, I know you're sleeping. I was like, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me, Mum? Mum, this is the 5th day in a row. I love you, but you can't call me. I'm trying to sleep. And then she hangs up. She hangs up straight away. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I'll call her back saying, Mum, what is it? I'm awake now. She's like, no, I'll let you get back to sleep. I was like, Mum, I can't go back to sleep now. So she hangs up again. And the third time I call her, I was like, Mum, stop playing with me. What did you need to tell me? And she's like, oh, Dad made you a roast pork. If you like to swing by and pick it up. And I was like, Mum, I'm going back.
Everybody knows that feeling.
That's just, my heart breaks for you, Stephen.
Yes, absolutely.
Not 5 days in a row, Mum.
Oh,
That's beautiful. Thank you.
yeah. Tanya's in Bedford.
Hi,
Tan.
Tanya.
Good morning. How you going?
Hey, Tan.
Okay, so what happened, Tan?
Well, my partner, we've been together for 5 years, and he is notorious for doing things like the complete opposite. And he'd wanted a fish tank the whole time we've been together, and I keep saying no, because he works away, so he's FIFO. We have 6 kids between us, 3 each, and 2 dogs, including a 75-kilo mastiff.
Oh.
And I felt like I had enough on my plate, so I said no. Anyway, after about 5 years, one day he found a vase on top of the fridge, and he said, you know what, this would make a really nice fish bowl. I could put like a little goldfish in here.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll roll over. I'll give you a little bit.
Yep.
And I said, okay, you can get a goldfish in this small bowl, and we can have it in the kitchen. No worries.
Yeah, because you know what? Chances are you'll be flushing that thing in 3 weeks. It'll be there. So,
I would like to get away with that if I could.
Yeah.
But we currently now have a 6-foot cichlid fish tank.
And you have extra responsibility.
Shaun,
now.
with 2 dolphins in it.
And I have to check the temperature twice a day.
Oh.
Because they're very sensitive. And if it gets too hot, if it gets too cold, So, yeah, give him an inch and he takes a mile.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya. Just a cup with a goldfish is all she said. Yes,
that's all. That is
Look
all.
what's happening now.
Thanks to everybody.
All right, Shaun. They were some fantastic.
Oh, we've got
we're
Paul.
going to hear from Paul, actually.
Paul from Gosnell's coming in the rear. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
How you going, guys?
Hey, Paul.
Good, buddy. Now, when did somebody do the complete opposite to what you asked?
Well, we're in the shopping complex looking through the shop window in Games World. I do collect a few little cars sort of thing, and I see this 2-foot-long DeLorean. I mean, who doesn't love the DeLorean?
Oh,
looking at it.
DeLorean.
Hands down.
I
Back
call
to
the
the
missus over
future.
and have a look
Paul,
at this.
Paul, on that, we always catch up with Matthew Riley, who's author, and he bought a
got
DeLorean.
one. Yeah.
Bought a DeLorean.
Oh, my God, he is actually brilliant. He writes as fast as you can read it. It's unbelievable. No, he's good.
All right, so you've seen the DeLorean and you made a call?
And I said to her, I said, come and have a look at this.
Yep.
I said, this is awesome. Look at that. Look at a beautiful bloody big DeLorean, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, do you want that? And I went, no. It was my birthday soon. I went, no. It's $1,500, not because of the price, the size of it. Nowhere to put it. And I went, no, I don't want it. No, thanks. But it's just gorgeous to look at.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, me. Eh? There's a huge big box for me on my birthday. This bloody big DeLorean that I can't put anywhere. It just sits on top of stuff collecting dust.
But you love it, Paul. You loved it.
It looks nice, but because it's up high and out the way, I don't actually get to see it.
And you know what's really annoying? Because it's too big to put in around the house and too small to drive.
That's correct. You can't play with it really, but yeah, you're right. It's too big to you can't. Yeah, that's right. You can't drive it and you can't play with it.
Nathan Nat and Shaun podcast.
It is Shaun's birthday. We're celebrating him in style today.
Yeah.
And we've brought Bali to Shaun because Shaun can't go to Bali.
It's fantastic. The setup here for everybody, and hopefully you've seen it on Instagram so far this morning. It is magnificent. I really appreciate it.
You've had a bintang already.
Yeah,
yes, he has. A few more special surprises coming as well. And Shaun can see the screen.
That's right.
We told him that we're going to have a special guest up there. Shaun, who does the special guest suggest it is?
It says on the screen that I'm looking at, Chris Connolly.
Do you think we'd do that to you?
He wasn't my biggest fan.
Okay.
Well, luckily for you, it's not Chris Connolly.
It's not Chris Connolly.
We thought we would get somebody who is such a big part of your life in Bali, because you're a different person in Bali, aren't you?
Well, people say I'm fun.
Yeah, you are. Yes, this person can verify that. Hello, mystery guest.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Dennis, how are you?
Happy birthday, Shauny, Matt.
Good on you, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. Happy birthday.
Good on you, buddy.
So you guys met in Bali?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We met.
Did, yeah.
Dennis has got 5 kids, so it was easy for our kids to hook up, and then we met. And I think the first time we went out, Dennis said he would take us to some restaurant where we were to eat frog's legs.
That's right.
I don't know about frog's legs, Dennis.
Shaun got my oldest son very drunk, and we had to carry him home that afternoon or that evening.
Yeah, that kid was 4.
As you say, you see a lot of different parts of Shauny, Matt. And in Bali, he's a fun guy, awesome guy, good family guy. But he's a bit competitive, as you guys know.
Oh yes.
And what about the underwater swim contest at the Padma, Shauny?
Oh, Dennis.
So you line up like the Padma's good for afternoon activities, and Shaun's always the competitive one. So we line up. You got to swim to the end of the pool. Shaun jumps in, pumped, goes in a semicircle. Hits the side of the wall about a third of the way up, jumps up, thought he hit the end of the wall like a winner. But who won that day, Shaun?
Oh, Dennis got the chocolate big time there. You went till you nearly died, mate. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit competitive too, but not as competitive as you.
Hey, Dennis, what is Shaun like in Bali? I've seen Shaun in Dunsborough. And I've seen Shaun in Yelling Up, and he just sort of like trots around the place.
Yeah, like he's king of the joint.
Yeah,
he's very energetic. He's always up for something.
Yeah.
You got to fill in the whole day. We'll go into the splash park there at Canggu, and we're all cashed up, got our money in the wallets. We're heading out there. We've got 3 kids. I had 3 kids on a motorbike. He only had 2. Cops pull him over. And Shauny, I've always told him, just take a little bit in the side pocket, and, you give the cops that. Shaun panics, gives him all his cash, and we get to the water park, got nothing. So, I stumped up the cash once again, Shauny?
Hey, Dennis, was it you that had to pay for Shaun's hotel bill one
Oh,
time?
yeah. Well, that's last minute, Shaun, isn't it? Like, we're sitting around the pool. He hates waiting at the airport. So, he likes to fill in every minute. So, he's sitting around, cocktails. Yeah. They're there to pick him up, take him to the airport. He's gone to do his bill. Couldn't sort it out. Didn't have time to transfer money, so I gave him a few grand. And I knew him quite well by the end of 2 weeks. I thought I could have lost that one, but I got it back.
So wait, that was you paid.
That was early.
That was the first time you met.
2 weeks you paid for his hotel bill.
Yeah, well, otherwise I weren't going to let him go. And also, look, it's cost me a fortune. We were sitting on the beach ourselves the next year, and my wife at the time said, I'll just check the flights. And we'd actually meant to fly like an hour earlier. We'd missed the flight totally. That cost me $7,000 to get home via Brisbane.
Oh, via Brisbane.
So
it's so true.
Shaun, he's a ripper over in Bali. He's a great family man. He was really good for our family.
Now, Dennis, do you feel upset?
I miss WA too, but we're not allowed over there.
Yeah, because Dennis is in Victoria.
Yeah. Do you feel upset, Dennis, and a bit sad that because of WA and our border stance, Shaun probably won't be going back until 2052?
Look, I understand you guys are doing the best to protect your people and your hospitals, and it's worked out well so far. We've got plenty of cases here, but I don't know, no one really talks about it anymore. Like 10,000 cases, but no one. So you guys will go through all that, and hopefully your hospital system's okay and not too many people get too sick. I've had family members, I've got 6 staff that have had it, and it's just a juggling act for a while, but it's just part of life, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know what? We are trying to keep COVID out of here, but I tell you one thing, Shaun wants to invite some Bali belly in.
I can't wait to get back to Bali. I've been sponsoring a family over there for the last 2 years. Bagus, who's the pool attendant who organises those activities for Shaun. So looking forward to getting back there.
So that he rigs them so you win?
Well, no, he doesn't. But, they're very compassionate towards Shaun. Like, he's impatient guy. They have that bombing comp at the edge of the pool. Yes. Remember Shaun, like all the little kids are up there doing their little bombs and that, and Shaun's lined up with the kids. And I remember once I was talking to my daughter where he just went too early to land on this little Asian girl and had to drag her out of the pool. But that's Shauny.
You are too good.
Anyway.
And what I love about Dennis is he remembers everything.
He does. That little girl's dead now.
No.
Anyway, what a great memory.
That's a great memory. Dennis, I was just thinking when we were sitting out here in the place set up like we were in Bali and stuff like that, thinking about the people who were back there, Bagus, who you paid for you paid for his braces, him growing up and stuff like that. Yeah, doing things like that.
He's a ripper bloke, though.
Yeah. So certainly miss being back there with the PSNs. Can't wait to see you guys.
Have you paid for anyone's orthodontic work over there, Shaun? Or do you just hang out with straight teeth locals?
That's what I do.
Love your word,
Dennis.
Dennis.
To pay for everything. That's
Thanks.
what my plan.
Yeah.
Good on you guys. You do a top job.
The Nathan Nat and Shaun podcast.
It is Shaun's birthday today, and he's in his element. Obviously he can't go to Bali, so we brought Bali to him.
That's right.
I'm so pumped. I really do appreciate it.
Now
Thank
we're
you.
smelling incense. We've got wood carvings. We're surrounded by the most lush greenery, Shaun. Basically a forest. There's look up, Shaun. Monkeys trying to steal your sunglasses. Unbelievable. But there is one other very relaxing thing that happens when you're in Bali.
That's right. A massage.
Massage, absolutely.
So,
come on down to the foreshore.
That's right.
Come on down to
Our
the beach.
friends from Couture Life Day Spa are here to give you a massage, Shaun.
Oh, thank you. We met Kim a million times over because he's been part of our team for a long time, so thank you so much.
Yes.
I've just met Louisa.
Louisa, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Now, Louisa, you're about to get your hands on one hunk of a specimen. Are you excited?
She's a professional, Nathan. She doesn't.
Yeah, so excited. Here into the jungle in Bali.
Yeah, that's I know, right?
Now, Shaun loves those massages where you get your feet off and jump on his back. Are you able to do that?
Well, a part of them.
All right, Shaun, you better lie down and so Louisa can start. Yeah, we're not going to muck around.
Now, everyone, if you miss Bali like Shaun, book a staycation treatment at Couture Life Day Spa to experience your own bit of Bali. Book at Kareen, Highgate or Nedlands. Shaun,
Take all your clothes off, Shaun.
Shaun, all of them. Shaun's got his favourite holiday G-string on.
Do you want, Nathan? Hey, Shaun showed me before. He is wearing Speedos.
Oh, Shaun.
Just randomly under
Why
his
are you wearing
shorts.
Speedos? Is Megan not being... Oh, okay, Megan's not been cleaning his drops. All right, so here we go. Shaun, get on
Shaun's
there.
stripping off in the middle of Subiaco.
All right, how are you feeling, Shaun?
Cold.
There's weirdly, Shaun, there's a hole at the front of the table and one in the middle. I don't know.
I'm glad you're not poking your microphone.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
We are celebrating our friend Shaun McManus by bringing Bali to him, seeing he can't go to Bali, and he does love Bali.
Oh, my gosh. He's having such a beautiful morning right now. He's sunk a couple of bintangs. He's been freezing on the balcony. Louisa from Couture Life Day Spa has just finished up. And, Shaun, how are you feeling?
It's a bit messed up.
I've had the best morning so far.
Now, Shaun,
hands are amazing. Thank you once again, Kim. Always supporting us.
Everyone go and check out Couture Life Day Spa and you can feel as good as Shaun. But, Shaun, there's been one gaping hole that's been missing all morning.
Great choice of words, Nath. I'm starving.
You're starving?
Well, we have traditional Indonesian food for you, my friend.
Shaun, this is Will from Will Street Leaderville, the street food chef.
Oh, Will, how are you? I've heard a lot about
Let me put this down here. Here we have a nasi tumpang, which is traditionally a meal that's prepared for a ceremony, and it's your birthday, so we thought you got to cut the top of the yellow rice cake.
Yes.
And make a wish. And it's your birthday cake. I can't sing for shit, so they can sing Indonesian to you.
Thank you, Will.
And I also don't know the words after living there 20 years anyway, to be realistic on it.
Yeah.
So,
Will, fantastic.
Now, Will, you're from Will Street.
Yes.
And you had a restaurant in Bali, right?
We had a few restaurants in Bali.
Yes, the big ones, the good ones, right?
Yeah, Mama San, Sarong, Tiger Palm, Hoojan,
Yeah.
Billy Ho.
We're pretty rapt that you came to Perth.
I know.
Of all the places
We're
to
very
choose.
lucky to be here.
Yeah.
How did we get you here? Obviously, the COVID situation.
Yeah,
Will,
COVID.
because your restaurants are first class.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're the ones you have to book well in advance
Oh,
before you even get to
top.
Bali.
Yeah.
The food, I've been to Mama San and Sarong. Amazing food. So good.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed. No, we came here with bags in tow, and I think Perth is a great place to sort of restart. And everyone knows us here.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
right.
goes to Bali. It's a second home.
Yeah.
So it was just a natural progression to come over here. And so far I love it. The only humbling part is that I had to retake my driving lesson again, my test, and failed. At 45.
Yeah. And how many times have you been done for bribery when you try to pay?
I tried that one. That's why I went out to Marabuka. But I said, you know what? I'll do it in West Leading. And I got it passed, but no problem.
That's ridiculous. You would think if you've got a driver's license in Bali, you should be able to drive anywhere.
Well, I could for 3 months, and then I was like, you know what? I've got to be Aussie and get a trailer and a ute, and I better not. So I had to redo the test all over again.
That's
very humbling.
Yes, I can imagine.
This looks absolutely delicious, but we do have a confession to make, don't we? Your wife was behind this meal.
Yes, she did. And I did warn everybody, saying, listen, it's better that my wife cooks it because it's home cooked. That's what you would appreciate a lot more. None of that fancy stuff I do in the restaurant.
Yeah, the talented, beautiful Wati is right over here.
Hey,
Wati!
Come on, Wati. Go on, get on the mic.
Hi, sweetheart.
She's all embarrassed.
Hello.
Now, this looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So, Wati, Will was just saying this is for ceremonies and normally bring out to share family food.
Yes, they actually call nasi tumpang.
Yep.
So just for the birthday or the ceremony, everything. So we have that rendang and sambal goreng kentang, which is
spicy potatoes, fried potatoes.
Yep.
And then you got your opor tahu, which is tofu and green beans. And then you got bala.
They're my favourite.
Which are the little crispy fried cakes that, just not good for you, but taste
Wati,
great.
do you do a lot of Will's work for him?
Go on.
The answer is yes.
Yes, that's
Shaun,
right.
the amazing thing is in that Balinese rice birthday cake, there's a stripper.
Yeah.
Be careful.
All right, well, you better cut the top off and make a wish.
Across or?
Yeah, no, just across.
Yep.
Yep, be careful you don't take the silicone out. There you go.
Okay.
There we go. Did you make a wish?
Absolutely.
Has it come true yet?
The wish is
tonight.
The wish is he wants that food inside of it.
The Nathan Nat and Shaun podcast.
Well, we're here in Bali as we stand at the moment, just in Legian Beach, and one man, oh my God, he could tear up Indonesia like you wouldn't believe. It's Jason Richardson.
I've seen him down at Motel Mexico. Tip.
Hanging from the rafters. G'day, Richo.
Oh, God, wouldn't I love to be there as opposed to having 955 layers on with all my mates fat shaming me because I look so friggin' massive. It's minus 25 degrees at Beijing. But the good news is, I've just seen Shaun White, the legend, the snowboarding legend. He just boarded past me. I grabbed him and said, "Hello, GOAT, the greatest of all time." And he said, "Mate, great to be here. Can't wait to have a crack at Olympic gold. But more importantly, I want to send a huge shout-out and happy birthday to Shauny Mac."
Of course
From
he
one
did.
Shaun
He
to
did.
another.
The Shauns stick together, mate. They
True.
really do.
The flying tomato, Richo.
Oh, the flying bloody tomato. How are we, team?
Oh, you know, we're just like trying to relive and recreate the wonders which is Kuta in what seems to be minus 25 degrees here on the balcony.
It's about 19. Yeah.
Right, 19 degrees. It's minus 25 in Beijing today with a wind chill factor of minus 35. I keep trying to smile. Are you enjoying the Winter Olympics?
I am loving it. And I did notice the other night when you and Lydia Laszlo were sort of up on the mountain and you were... Lydia looked like she had all the stuff on and she's a snow person. This is how she spent much of her life. She looked like she was frozen to death.
Oh, that's right. Well, as you would appreciate, Nat, being beautiful comes at a price. She's wearing the Cortina suit, which looks beautiful, but it's not that warm. Whereas I've got the big bloody doona strapped onto my fat gut that I look like over here. So it's not coming out of my nose. I've got bloody hand warmers, feet warmers. I'm throwing one down my jock. Anything to get through it.
Hey, Richard, so tell us, is it so cold that things freeze up over there? What's it like?
Absolutely. So I put a bottle of water down, have a sip, and then I'll come back 10 minutes to it. It'll be rock solid. It is bizarre how.
No.
It is remarkable how cold it is. But I believe because it's been so crystal clear and blue, a lot of people back home are like, come on, man.
Yeah, it can't be that cold.
Those guys are adding a little mayonnaise to this. Come on, it's not that bloody cold. I can assure you, it is damn cold. And being an honorary Western Australian as I am, man, it is damn chilly. Hey, we've got an amazing Wednesday coming up.
Yes.
Shaun White up against Scotty, the too hottie James in the snowboard half pipe. Emily Arthur's about to get going very shortly. And then we get over to the border cross. Do you like the border cross? That's where they have...
Yes, I do. So this is Bell Brockhoff, right?
4 women.
Yeah.
Bell Brockhoff. Now, please, strap yourself in for Bell Brockhoff. I'm lucky enough to be a father of 3 daughters, so I'm all about girl power, being a girl dad. And I tell you what, I want my girls to look at this chick and say, how tough is she? She went to her first Olympic Games in Sochi. She had so much hate spewed at her due to her sexuality. That came at her full time, and she handled it really well, performed brilliantly. Snapped 2 ACLs in between Olympic Games.
Yep.
One only 4 months before Pyeongchang.
Yes.
She said, you know what, you can't repair it and go to the Olympics. She took it out and competed in the Olympic Games without an ACL, which was unbelievable.
She got to the quarterfinals, didn't she, Richo, that year?
Smashed in the semi-finals, went down to the small final, which normally most Aussies would put their hand up and go, mate, I've got a swollen knee. This is only for 7th to 12th. She goes, no way, I'm wearing the green and gold. I want to be involved. Had a crack at it. She is an absolute trooper at her 3rd Olympic Games. Go Bell Brockhoff.
Yeah.
We're on board. So something's sore, you can have it removed and just keep going.
Well, it just means her knee's unstable, basically. So she rolled the dice.
So she'd have to have it straped to the wazoo to be able to make sure it's not moving.
It reminds me when Daniel Chick. Remember Daniel Chick had a sore little finger, so he just cut it off?
I mean, he didn't cut it off.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Tough as.
That.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the start list at the moment, and I'm looking down for some Italian names. I believe, Nate, that you're outstanding at rolling your tongue, so I'm trying to see if there's some names that are appropriate.
All right, give me one.
Well, there is, spelled Queuralt is the first name from Spain, and then Castellet, Castellet, but I think you need to really get that L really rolling. Can you give us a bit of a go?
Castellet. 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 Castellet.
I think it's safe to say no, he can't, Richo.
Castellet.
So I believe, Nat, you weren't. Is it true that you weren't much better though, Nat?
No, I can do it, no problem at all. Jason Richardson.
Jason, wait there. Jason, wait there. Jason Richardson.
That is a massacre of Richardson.
Jason Richardson.
Richo, it must have been pretty amazing to be on the mountain the other night when Jakara Anthony won gold. That was an amazing run. She was so good.
Oh, how much of a freak is she too? You know, this is a young girl that first burst onto the scene in Pyeongchang. She was 19. She didn't qualify through automatically, worked her way through the rounds, ended up coming fourth in the big final, fourth Olympic Games at 19. So we knew that she was good enough. And then the transition now to a 23-year-old at the top of her game. Jump on her Instagram. She is an elite athlete. She is so bloody good. And talk about handle the pressure. She was number one qualifier after Q1, number one qualifier after final 1, final 2, and then stood at the top of the mountain. Knew she had to score over 80, which she'd done on 3 occasions, and went huge with 83. She handled the pressure, ice in her veins, beautiful smile, and let's hope corporate Australia gets right around her. She is a star.
Yeah, she really is. Richard, before I let you go, I wanted to ask you this personally, but obviously you've done a magnificent job. Channel 7 coverage has been outstanding, the Winter Olympics. I'm sure you would have watched Kelly Slater win his 11th pipe championship the other day. Now,
he's nearly 50.
Are you mates with the great man?
Mates would be strong. Bumped into him once with a shoulder charge.
Same hairstyle.
A doesn't know my name. B doesn't know my face. But I'm calling him a mate because everyone in the bald fraternity, we all hang together, brother. Right. And how amazing was that? He's doing it at Fitty.
Yeah,
like you, Shauny Mac. At Fitty.
That's it.
Yeah. Richo's not as close with Kelly as he is with Peter Dutton, so they're twins.
The bald boys.
They're twins.
There is a flaw. Team. Absolutely. Hey, the half pipe's about to start. Let's get into it. It's going to be huge.
All right, loving your work,
Richo.
Nathan Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.